Okay, it's Saturday the 5th of January and I've had a whole load of wood delivered yesterday. So mainly sheety material. There's a lot of it leaning against what we refer to as the rock, which is a huge bit of limestone. And more of it there, more of it over there, and more of it down there. So what I'm doing is I'm taking it and putting it round the back, which goes through here. So I've got in fact that came with the pallet thing. I'm putting the sheet material on that, cover it over the tarpaulin so it doesn't get wet. Also quite a few shorter pieces, construction CLS timber has also been lowered, so there's a couple of pieces there, so got plenty to get on with. Okay, so some of this will come slightly earlier, so I can actually done some over the Christmas period, but never mind. Onward. Okay, that's all the wood transported round to the back. It's sitting on the pallet it came on. I had transferred them each individual piece because they're rather heavy. Also the wood, other bits of wood are here. And very long ones up there. Okay, first call of action is actually to get this thing, which is the bars for the window, painted and, well, sanded down and then painted. I've got the enamel paint over here for that purpose, and some emery paper, which I haven't actually opened yet. So I assume it's the emery paper. Okay. That one obviously covered over because in case it rains. So at least I've got all the main bits of wood, which is really good. I still get some more with this timber, but that'll do for the time being. Okay, onward. Okay, it's about an hour later now. I've sanded down all the filler, which is used to cover the cracks, cleaned it, gave it a wipe, dried it, and we're now hooked it up to the stage ready for spraying. Alright, onward. Okay, that's the first coat done. Well, an hour preparing and 4 minutes actually doing the spraying. The first coat anyway. Alright, that's looking quite nice. A few runs unfortunately just about there, which you may not be able to see, but it might get that rubbed down, and when it dries, and give it another coat. Onward. Okay, here's the general layout of one end. What I plan to do, this is where the door goes, so I put everything in place. I just need to chop it to the size. It's going to be a single slope roof, so heading towards the slope going towards the vehicles. That way I can get the drain pipe there. Otherwise I'd have two drains and gutters. Which a single makes it simpler, and that means I also have somewhere to run the pipe in. This is the cross beam, which will meet up with the top of the door. So it's going to be first piece chopped to length. I've got the miter saw out for that purpose. I haven't plugged it in yet. Then we've got an angle. Obviously these bits effectively get chopped off above that, and then I'm going to have to put a piece in the middle here, which I'll make out of one of these pieces or whatever, which then holds the boarding. The boarding will then cover the whole of this section up and over. There's going to be a slight gap here. I'm going to run this beam all its length. Then the roofing, which is actually going to be made of these pieces as well, is slightly longer. So give me room to put a bit of something hanging down at each end. Okay, that's the plan of campaign. I now need to get chopping and joining the whole lot together. Okay, that's given the bars another coat of paint. Got a bit more left and touch up in case there's any places that didn't get completely done. As for the door, that's the side of the wall. I've started to drill it, saw it and drill everything in and screw it to the right place. Just doing this one now. Start by putting a small screw in to keep it in place, then drill longer holes in, and then put the great big long screws in. And then we can do the sides and so on. Everything's being glued as well. Okay, onward. Okay, I've noticed a few bits on the bars I really could have given with a bit more of a spray, so I've got to do that later. I forgot to actually film the actual end frame. It's currently sitting under here, under the tarpaulin, and do need to tie it down a bit better than it is at the moment, but hopefully it should be okay for tomorrow. Maybe not. Okay, we'll sort that out, and I was going to show you that, but I forgot to do so. I can show you tomorrow. Yeah, I've got to take the boys to violin, and it'll be dark by the time I get back. Obviously all the tools and everything is covered over here. Okay, it's now Sunday, so we are progressing with the frame, which I've got here, as it was over there. Actually, I didn't show you yesterday. This is the, I wouldn't say finished version, but got main beams and structures in place. I've got to put some cross beams here horizontally so that I can support the gate, the metal gate, which is currently under there, and you can't see it. That's and also for the cross beam here to support the lock. Then I need to cover it with some of the sheeting, and so we'll have an end finished. Okay, in the meantime, the first thing I need to do is respray this, because some of the bits, even though I gave it a couple of coats, I missed, so we have some silvery bits. We shouldn't be silver bits. They all seem to be from the same angle, so I also didn't put it quite in the right place to actually see the bits I missed. Anyway, onward. Okay, that is the security gate laid out. So I'm just using it. I need to mark positions of where I'm going to put the see the hinges. That's basically where I need wood that covers at least that width in order to be able to hold it. That would and some light over on that one. Okay, that took a bit longer than expected, but we now have two cross beams, a vertical beam, all nicely deeply screwed in. Lots of lovely screws, long screws, and there's also screws that go from here into here just to hold that bracket. Well, not just on the bracket, I've got the surface timber orientated strand board, which it goes through as well, and then I've got a metal plate which I'm going to put over the top. Well, not actually over the top, but then this thing screws into it, drills and screws into it. And spray the plate black. Lots of support for the hinge. So we'll do the other end and also the one over there. And then we're going to start with the OSB, putting that on as well afterwards. Hopefully I'll complete the whole of this side today, but rate of progress I'm not so certain. Anyway, onward. Okay, I've now added the top hinge support. I haven't bothered with a little bit of wood at the top like I did down there, because it's already quite close, and this one doesn't have to take quite so much weight, it's just effectively keeping the gate upright. But again, lots of big screws going in, and this time only one screw going in that direction. I've also given the bars a second spray of black paint. So hopefully I've now covered everything on that one. Okay, and that's the security gate. Anyway, onward. I've now got to do the hinge side. Think about that. onward. Okay, that is the frame now complete. I've done the last bars where the lock goes. Hinge is already done. I've also marked up the strand board of SB where I need to cut. Well, you can't see it too well, but I'll cut along there. That's a little bit that doesn't quite get to the top, but it's slightly taller than the board. But I'm not going to worry about that because that's already covered by a bit of wood. And I've also marked up the other side because this one's got a bit more of a gap because there is that's the lower side of the shed. When I've done that, I then have to connect it and put it on that. Nail it, or initially nail it, and then glue it, nail it, and then screw it. Got some big bolts also to go through, so we'll drill holes for those. Actually, the big bolts are used to connect it to the next bit of the frame, but I haven't obviously built any more of the frame at the moment. And there we are. Hope to complete this today. Okay, that's one side done. Oh, well, not completely done. I've just put it on, sawn to size, put it on, glued it, nailed it. I've still got a lot more screws to put in, and some really big coach bolts which can go all the way through to the other side. I still put the other saw and put the other half on. Well, at least it's looking like a bit more like a shed now. Obviously got a little bit of overhang that's going to take the eaves. And the same on the other side. Okay, onward. Okay, the second side is now on, although it's not nailed down as much as it should be. No screws, but at least it's glued as well. Also, my sawing wasn't quite right, so a little bit of gap there, but I need to fill. That's not too bad, I suppose. It's not going to be seen underneath. Obviously, it's got to be covered over, so I don't want to get wet during the week. I won't be having more chance of working on it. But anyway, progress. One side, not finished completely, but a long way done. Anyway, I just need to start clearing up because it's starting to get dark. It's 3:40, and should be, well, it might have been dark about 4:15. Anyway, onward.